Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, today's video, we're going to actually talk about how to start a business in Georgia with bad credit. Now, here's the thing I always tell people. Most people think about going outside of their state to incorporate their business, and I'm gonna tell you that's a bad idea. So if you don't stay in these states, Nevada, Wyoming, Delaware, South Dakota, okay, I would tell you to incorporate in the state of Georgia. The reason is because if you're not actually doing business in these states, at least 6 months out of the year, you may not have the legal protection that you're expecting to have. Also, if the state of Georgia is giving funding for small businesses and you may be registered in one of these states that we're looking at, however, you never registered your business in the state of Georgia. So then the state funding you will not qualify for, all right? Also in terms of fees. So you have to file your taxes in these states as well as this also in the state that you're actually residing in with your business. That's another thing. And you can be penalized. So here's the thing about it. Say that you registered your business in one of these states, okay? But you also registered the business in the state of Georgia. And so if any type of liability happens, what ends up, the state of Georgia, state of Georgia legal, any type of legal attributes or anything can supersede what's your business registration in these states because you're actually residing in that state. So that's the reason I tell you guys, I would not set up a business in one of these states if I'm not actually residing, okay? So you have to understand that. Now, let's talk about chef corporations. This is very important, okay? Because a lot of people figure, I'll go to Nevada, buy a chef corporation, Wyoming, Delaware, South Dakota, and buy a chef corporation because don't have to pay any tax, right? State taxes and stuff like that. But here's three things that you have to understand. One is that most of the time when these people sell you chef corporations, more likely they didn't keep up with the taxes on that chef corporation. That's number one. Number two is that your chef corporation that you're investing in, if they never had bank accounts attached to that chef corporation, active bank accounts, then that also will delay you from getting funding for that corporation as well, okay? Number three, the chef corporation that you're investing in, again, it may have had some credit prior to you purchasing it, right? And those credit cards, lines of credit and stuff, those things were never paid off. So they just dissolved the corporation, never paid off the credit card debt. Well, if you activate that chef corporation, then that debt can be reactivated and you'll be held liable for that debt on that chef corporation. So those are three things you have to understand when investing in a chef corporation versus you actually setting up a business in Georgia. Another thing that can slow you down from funding, okay, choosing the wrong NAICS code. So say that you're in Georgia, say that you're trying to start a restaurant. Restaurant is a high-risk NAICS code. So you don't want to use a restaurant. You want to say that you're food distribution. Most people don't know that, like, even transportation. Transportation is a high-risk NAICS code, okay? So these are the things that you have to understand. Choosing a more favorable NAICS code so that you can get more funding. If you have any questions about how to properly set up your corporation or how to choose the right NAICS code for your business, click the link in the description to set up a consultation, okay? Now, here's something that's very important. once you have registered the business, okay, you set the business up, you got the EIN number. Now, let me tell you something about the EIN. Say that you had an existing EIN, okay, doing as a DBA. You should not use that DBA EIN when you re-register, when you actually fully register your business, because it can create a tax audit, okay, because there's two separate EINs. So you don't want to create that mix up, all right? You need to get a brand new EIN that actually matches the business. Now, here's another thing that I think is so important that people need to understand about setting up their company. One of the things I always tell people, make sure that you have at least one of these business bank accounts. And the reason is because one of these business bank accounts will help you build business credit faster than a DUNS number, okay, or having a 100 paydex score. Having the right business bank account is more important than having a DUNS number or a paydex score, okay? So that's the reason that you want to open up your business bank account with American Express. They report to Small Business Financial Exchange. Then that information is shared with Dun & Bradstreet. You have Chase. They report to Experian, Small Business Financial Exchange, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax. You have Capital One, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Small Business Financial Exchange. Citibank, Experian, Small Business Financial Exchange. Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax. Bank of America, Small Business Financial Exchange. U.S. Bank, Dun & Bradstreet, Small Business Financial Exchange. PNC SunTrust, which SunTrust is Truist now, Small Business Financial Exchange. Now, you hear me saying Small Business Financial Exchange. They're more important than Dun & Bradstreet, okay? So I would tell you, if you're starting up a business or you have an existing business, I would probably make sure I have a business bank account either with Chase, Capital One, or Citibank, because they report to most of the business credit bureaus. American Express is good as well, but as you can see, if you're trying to build business credit to get more business funding, this is the way to go. Start there. And also make sure you're making weekly deposits. Again, talking about something else that can help you build up your business credit much faster. I'm not a big proponent of net 30s, but this is something that you really should consider. It's very important. The reason is these are specific accounts. They're sharing data with the major credit bureaus. So that's the reason I'm telling you about these accounts. So you have Schertzy that reports to Equifax, Credit Safe, Small Business Financial Exchange, Ansonia, and National Association of Credit Management. But you have to be in business at least 90 days. Also about net 30s, you do not need a whole lot of net 30s. I would say 4 net 30s is good enough, max 5, but 4 is definitely good enough to be reporting. Now you have Summa Office Supplies, it reports to Experian, Equifax. You have Quill, it reports to Experian, Dun & Bradstreet. Wise Business Plan reports to Equifax, Experian, Dun & Bradstreet. Then you have NAV. Now, NAV, you either have to get the Business Credit Boost or the Business Credit Builder, okay? But it reports to Experian, Equifax, Dun & Bradstreet, all right? Now, some of your easiest credit cards, if you're just starting your business up in Georgia, some of your easiest credit cards to get, the Capital One Spark Classic Business Card, okay? All you need is a 580 credit score. They don't charge you no annual fees. They may pull your FICO 8. Sometimes they'll pull your Vantage 3. If you don't know the difference between your FICO 8 and your Vantage score, just put a comment below. Ask me to share that Vantage score video, and I'll send it over that explains it. Now, also, Remember, Capital One reports to Dun& Bradstreet, Small Business Financial Exchange, and Equifax. So that's the reason, even if they give you a small amount, say they start you out with a $500 limit, use it, because all you want is that data they're reporting. Especially if you have a low credit score and can't get the major credit cards, the higher limit credit cards, you definitely want to start with this card. Now, here's another thing, Wells Fargo Secured Business Credit Card. Now, understanding that you have to put money on the card, however, it's going to report to the Small Business Financial Exchange. It goes from 500 up to 25,000, but you don't have to be in business at no time, no minimum amount of revenue. Okay, and they're going to pull your FICO 9. Next one is DIVVY. DIVVY is very important. Now, if you have challenging credit, they may not give you a line of credit right off the bat. However, DIVVY does have a business builder, business credit builder program. Okay, if they offer that to you, I would tell you to take it. All right, and the reason that you should take it is because it's going to report the Small Business Financial Exchange and Dun & Bradstreet. So the more trade lines that you have on your file that's reporting is going to give you a better opportunity to get access to more funding. Now, if you have great credit and you just need a loan right away for your business, then you may want to look at Brad's Financial, okay? So that loans go from $10,000 up to $500,000. Doesn't verify income. Your credit score, they want you to have at least a 720 credit score. So in terms of income verify, that means business income, but they do want to make sure you have some income. So it may be your personal income that they will look at. Then you have Seek Business Capital. They offer loans from $10,000 up to $150,000. No time in business, no business revenue, but you have to have at least a 680 credit score, and they operate in all 50 states. Then you have ACCION Business Loans. Now, with ACCION being a nonprofit, okay, so you can have a 550 credit score in some areas, 575 if you have bad credit, but as long as you have cash flow, they're able to give you a loan. Now, if you have established credit and you have a business plan with a 12-month 12-month cash flow projection, then they're able to help you as well. Now, they would want you to probably get a referral from SCORE or Small Business Development Center in order for them to help you, but they do offer loans. Now, if you have questions about personal credit, business credit, how to get personal credit funding, business credit funding, then click the link in the description, set up a consultation with, or go to HoustonMcMiller.net or 3-Way Funding. Thank you.